Hi everyone, welcome to A Godly Home. Today during my Bible study, one of the verses was this verse, and it really made me think about how I really enjoy being out in the sunshine and outside. That's where I'm the happiest. And working in the garden, it just seems so magical to watch the seeds grow. I just love it. And this Bible verse was making me think about that because that's where God intended for us to be in the first place. This is Genesis chapter 2, verse 15. The Lord God placed the man in the Garden of Eden to tend and watch over it. So I thought today would be a great day to give you an update on my garden. Now, what has been going on with the weather here in Maine? It has been just pouring nonstop. We are getting like maybe one day or something like that it doesn't rain, and everything has just been drowned, and it has been so cold. We've still been needing to have heat. And so my garden was not looking good at first. All of the plants came up neon yellow. I could see them through the window. And I was like, oh no, everything's going to die. But surprisingly, in the first day of sunshine we got, that wasn't the case. Stuff started to turn green, and I've had very few casualties in my garden. So it might not be as good as maybe I had hoped, but I'm very relieved with as good as it actually is. So here are the tomato plants. They are still in the greenhouse, but they're starting to look strong and pretty decent. I won't be planting those until the 1st of July because the weather has just been too cold, and I just want to give them a little more of a head start. These are the sweet pea flowers. Those are looking good. This is a cucumber I planted in a hanging basket. That looks good, but it's the only cucumber that has came up. The cucumbers I planted right in the ground in my big garden, they have not come up. I'm not sure if it's just been too cold or if I'll have to reseed those, but I'll give them until July 1st, and then if they don't come up when I'm planting the tomatoes, I will reseed those. All of the onions are looking good. I planted the red onions and shallot onions and green onions and Egyptian onions. The flowers that I planted in the buckets are looking very good. This was my first year planting the winter lettuce, and it looks beautiful. Now the other types of lettuce that I planted never came up. I think I'm just going to re-till that section of the garden and maybe put beets and turnips and stuff in. My radishes look good. I'm getting ready to go ahead and harvest these, and then I'll replant them because they grow so quick. I have time to get several rounds of those. All of my beans are looking good besides the rattlesnake beans. I thought I had completely lost them, but a couple of little plants have popped up in between, and because it's been so wet, the slugs have been eating them pretty heavily, but I've been picking slugs off very often, and I'm hoping I can save a couple of those, but the rest of the beans all look good. Now the watermelons are up, but of course the weather is very cold for them, so they're not looking the best. Here's my little herb garden. I have not got to paint this container yet because of the rain. I wanted to paint it like a bumblebee, but the herbs are doing pretty good. Some of them that I planted from seed, the slugs have just devoured, and I may need to replant those again. These are the peas. They are looking good. I need the rain to stop so that I can get some trellises out for those and weed in between the rows. I planted potatoes in a grow bag and some in the ground. The ones in the grow bag are doing the best. These are my morning glories. These do not look good at all, but I thought they were completely dead, and they are alive. And last but not least, this is either my zucchini or summer squash, and that is up, and that is looking pretty good. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will have some videos coming this week on various topics. I've got one coming out on the 5-minute or $5 meal collaboration that was submitted to me by a viewer, and I have one coming out on the 20 and down challenge that was submitted to me by my mother. And you may see some other videos out of me this week. Who knows what the week's gonna bring, but that's a little bit of what I'll be releasing. I will see you guys soon in another video, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye!